What's up everybody and welcome back to an Idiot's Road to Glory, where we are starting off with a glorious moment. Look at the coins, wait until we click the oh, there we go, we've just hit 1 million coins on the Idiot's Road to Glory. Plus, we've still got most of my team as well, which is absolutely sick, but we've got 1 million coins. We were clearing out our club. As you can see here, there's stuff there. I'm going to take you guys all the way through it in a second. And we managed to get over the 1 million coin mark, which I thought was a really, really cool milestone for the Road to Glory. I'm not sure I ever did that ever on the Road to Glory last year. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe when we bought Cristiano Ronaldo, we did. But I'm pretty sure when we bought him, he only cost like 600k. Anyway, before we jump in, I'm going to show you guys an SBC that I did. And we've actually got some SBCs to do live as well. So this is all going to be about 1 million coins, what I spent it on for investments for Player of the Month, and then what I then sold them for, how many coins we've got now, and what team we can build. So I'm going to take you guys through a lot of investing and stuff like that, and then I'll treat you at the end to some SBC packs for watching all the investment-y stuff. We'll have a little bit of fun and round it off with some packs at the very, very end. So you can see there, as that ticked over, there was some more stuff still selling. We're up to 1.016. As we open this pack and get ourselves a board, which is a pretty decent start. It's a French board, it's a goalie. Unfortunately, it was Mandanda. So while we open this pack and go through some of the stuff, there's a couple of things in there that sell for like a couple of thousand coins. We're going to do comment of the day, which comes from Jack Crawford, who said, start trading with icons. Now, I would love to trade with icons because you can make an absolute fortune off them and you can snipe them and you can even just pick them up for cheap and then flip them on in a different time of the week and all crazy stuff like that. The issue with it is you need a crap load of coins, and whilst we have now got a crap load of coins, we've got 1 million of them, we want to spend them coins on like upgrading the team and stuff. We want to get Mbappe, we want to get Kante, we want to get Neymar, we want to smash out foot champs, we want to get a really good team. I don't know if I want to leave just 1 million coins sitting there to trade with icons, because like the cheapest icon in the game is like 700k now or something stupid like that because of the icon SBC. So it's an interesting one. It's a good idea, but you need a lot of capital to be doing that, I'm afraid. I'm not sure we can quite be getting onto that just yet, but maybe if EA sort out the requirements for the prime icons when the next one comes out, maybe you won't need any baby icons anymore and they'll come down in price back to the usual 300-400k, and then we can start trading with them with not quite as many coins as we currently need to do that. But anyway, enough of that. As we checked our Cancelo's price on Futbin, got on listed up for like 4k and all of that good stuff, blah blah blah. We're going to come back and I'm going to show you all the coins that I've got from all the players that I sold. There's that Mandanda. The Guilianos that we picked up, we actually ended up selling for a loss. The 83s we invested in ages ago. Carrasco, again, selling him on for a little bit of a... Oh no, we did that ages ago. We did the Carrascos ages ago. We did the Giulianos though, and we did the Baileys and the Guedes, who we actually sold for about breaking even. We were buying these for like 850 coins, and then we sold them on for like 900, but obviously you lose a bit of tax, so kind of just broke even with them, and then just sold an absolute crap load. Basically sold, there's still loads of stuff in my club, but sold all of the stuff that isn't discard value is basically what we did there. I found some tradable blue cards which I didn't know existed, and then we had a couple of these inform sellers still sitting on our trade pile that we just leaving there in case they need it for Player of the Month, and we jumped in and we started doing some investing and spending our coins. So I'm going to take you guys through the roots of the stuff that we did. So the first thing that we did, we're predicting Aubameyang. Obviously by the time you guys are seeing this, the Player of the Month's SBC was out for yesterday's video, but it wasn't obviously when I was doing this stuff. So first of all, I was picking up Monaco, Lille, Saint Etienne, and then I did eventually go on and pick up Dortmund players as well. A little bit later on, you'll see me buying some Kagawas. But basically, because that's Aubameyang's ex-clubs, it makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, it made sense to me at the time. It doesn't make sense to me anymore because you basically don't need anything even remotely related, to be honest with you, to Aubameyang. You literally just need an Aubameyang plus some kind of expensive stuff to do this guy, which is a little bit stupid. You need an Aubameyang, you need an Arsenal squad that is 85 rated, you need a... Well, you didn't even need an Arsenal squad, you needed a few Arsenal players, so that doesn't really matter. You needed a few players that he scored against, plus a couple of Team of the Weeks and an 84 rated squad, and you needed an Team of the Week, a couple of Africans at an 82 rate. You didn't really need very much other than Aubameyang, to be honest, if you to do this SBC, which really worked against me, unfortunately, because the logical thing to do was to buy all of this stuff that could spread all of your investment out so you can't lose money. Buy stuff that's going to be needed for like high-rated squads, ex-club squads, clubs that he scored against squads, all different sort of stuff like that. Like sometimes with some of the Player of the Months, they've done like a full team of Fulham or Leicester or Palace players because he scored against them, but he needs like one of them from each one, which is pretty crap. And then even, that was 84 rated, you need an 85 rated Arsenal squad, but that was it, like 82 and then just trading an Aubameyang was the rating, so there wasn't even that much movement on the 84s and 85s and stuff that you're going to see me picking up. So we got X clubs anyway, because that was logical. We got discard value 84s. Now luckily for me, I was buying these during rewards, so I was sniping stuff and I was picking up some really cheap ones, like Sule I was getting for 3k and I managed to pick one up for like 1500 coins and stuff like that. I was sniping some Lenos here, as you can see, get one for 3,700, and they're popping up quite often. There's one for 3,300, and just snipe my head off. There's another one for 3,500, because this was during Foot Champs rewards and the Rival rewards, because they both came out at the same time, as you guys seen yesterday, which was pretty bloody crazy. So there was a lot of stuff popping up onto the market, and to be honest with you, it's just a pretty decent little trading method. I'm going to start doing this every week. Like, pick up a crap load of stuff. Like that Jorginho then, he was like 3,200 coins, 3,100 coins. And you like every 2 seconds you're seeing one pop up for like 2.5k, and you just flip them on and on and on. And then here we go. Here's the Kagawas for the Dortmund, and also just being a discard value of 83. So you can't really go wrong with that. We picked up some 84s and stuff from the Prem with the Jorginhos. We got some informs that are from the Prem for the potential. Like for Hazard, you needed like 14 informs or something like that to do the squad. For Aubameyang, you just needed Aubameyang. It was crazy. Like I was tweeting out and stuff like that, and like recommended people, if they've invested in Aubameyang and Lamina and stuff like that. I mean, the Lamina one was right, he crashed in price, but the Aubameyang one rocketed up. He's kind of settled down now, but there was a point where you could sell him for like almost double your money, which is absolutely ridiculous. I personally still think it's wrong that there's so many, taken away from the fact that I bought all of these discard value informs and stuff like that, and obviously I wanted to make coins of them. Irrelevant of that, there's just so many useless cards in this game that don't do anything, and they could have utilised them, such as Inform, Weghorst and stuff like that. Like nobody's using him for anything other than to trade in for an SBC, so why not at least use him to trade in for an SBC? But they just left them all there, and you just had to trade in an Aubameyang, which people buy off the market anyway because the guy's like 300k. But I don't know. Personally, even my bias aside for the fact that I wanted to make loads of coins, I was a little bit baffled by the fact that they used Aubameyang. I thought they learned their lesson when they used Mane last year and his price went absolutely stupid, but apparently they didn't, and they just did it anyway. Anyway, all that stuff was the stuff that I was going to show you before yesterday's episode. That happened before my Foot Champs rewards. I then went and opened my Foot Champs rewards. If you want to go check, and my Div Rivals, if you want to go check them out, go and check out last night's video. They were both in that one. We then went and unlocked ourselves a foot swap player, which was pretty easy. Most of these cards were untradeable, and some bronzes. There was an SBC. There wasn't too long left to finish off the SBC, and I needed to get it because I'd quite like to pick up either Gilavodju, just because he looks kind of sweaty, Pedro as some SBC fodder, or you can get a 100k pack as well for the foot swap this time, which could be pretty cool. So anyway, I wanted to make sure I got this guy. You got a free one just for logging in off the off EA. They just was like, here you go, foot swap's back. Have a foot swap card, and just gave us a foot swap card. And then this is the second one for doing the SBC. So I actually want to do it this year, and then after that, we jumped back into the investing. I picked up some more Premier League informs in Duffy. I picked up a crap load of companies, 85 from the Prem. I picked up a load of Allison's because he's 85, and from the Prem. So it's just logical stuff. The stuff that went up for Hazard, basically, which maybe should have been a little bit of a warning that they wouldn't do the same thing, but they did the same thing. Lucas was kind of a little bit lower tier. So I assume they go down the same sort of route as Hazard, especially with this Champions League promo that's just coming out, which we're going to open the SBC packs for, because the market's just going to flood with players from people opening packs for them. Anyway, as you can see me picking up 86s, there's 85s and 86s that I was getting. I don't even know if I showed all of them to you guys. I think we missed out, like I got a Falcao and a Dzeko and an Ibra, and you can see Verratti and Thiago, and I think I picked up a Pareo and all sorts of stuff flicking through for you guys. There's just going to be the market basically flooded with stuff from people opening these UCL packs. I thought they would utilise that, but they just went for the Aubameyang. I don't know. We're going to stop going on about the fact that I think it was silly, and we're going to go for a slightly more speculative investment where I was picking up the cheapest one-to-watches on the market. Now, the reason for this is last year, and this is a free tip for you guys to maybe get a month in advance, or you don't have to get it a month in advance, like go and get it in like 3 weeks or something like that before the next one comes out. The 4th Player of the Month SBC in FIFA 18 used one-to-watch cards and screen cards. So there's a tip for you. They haven't been utilised yet. I thought they might do for the Aubameyang, And then I was kind of hopeful, as we in a second jump onto selling, and you'll see when we come live, I haven't actually sold them yet. I was kind of optimistic that with that UCL SBC, or rather the UCL promo being about the players growing as they go through the tournament, basically being like a one to watch, I was hopeful that maybe they would put in a SBC that required one to watches, so I kind of held on to them, but still haven't seen that, but they're all discard value. Anyway, you can see we spent all of our coins. This is a screenshot from when this is like the lowest coin value I could find. 3,894 coins this screenshot is for. However, I did text Tom a picture of me having 444 coins, so I definitely had less, but I couldn't find it. I played a couple of games and got a few thousand coins back. Anyway, you can see as we jump to the next day, once the SBC had come out, or rather, just before the SBC come out, I sold all of my Lenos. Now, this was the most effective, intelligent, smart, whatever you want to say, decision I made all day today, which today is currently the day that I'm recording this, the day that the SBC come out. I sold my Lenos for almost 5,000 coins before the SBC was even announced. And this is what I should have done, absolutely everything, and we would have made about 15 to 20% profit, which is about 200k. We should have done that. We didn't do that. So that was very unfortunate. As you can see, as I flick through the absolute crap load of stuff that we still got just sitting on our trade pile. 84s and 85s for days. I don't know if there was any 85s there actually. 84s from the Prem, 84s that are cheap, 83s from his clubs, all sorts of stuff. Even Chadley's, because of the he's a discard value Monaco player. So like I bought him for 700 coins. So the worst comes to the worst, I can quick sell him for like 640 or something like that. Same goes for Kazri, as I'm sure I showed you guys, picking up for like 450, 500 coins. But anyway, the first thing that we did once the SBC come out was go through and sell our biggish kind of players. So I sell my companies for like 13,000, 14,000, and I sell my Allisons for just under 11. The reason I'm saying I should have sold this morning is because company was about 15.5 and Allison was about 13.5. So we could have made like an extra 10, 20% on all of them, which is very, very frustrating. However, I wasn't always losing coins. Like I was making profit on them companies, and the Allison, I think I was just about breaking even after tax, but I could have made considerable more profit, significantly more profit. And with these, Keita, I was buying for 1,000 and selling for 950, so we were losing like 100 coins in him. But Laporte, I was buying for like 11 or 1,200 and I was selling for 1,500. So swings and roundabouts with regards to selling this sort of stuff. So there was stuff that was good, there was stuff that was bad. It all kind of balanced out in the end. As you can see, this Laporte for 1,500, got him for 1,200, and he just sells straight away, and off he pops onto my trade pile. The next thing, as you can see, as I jump up to like nearly 400k, we've sold absolutely crap loads of stuff. I'll talk you guys through this properly, because if I literally sit here and show you me listing everything, if you really want to pause the video and check individual prices, you can. But it was mostly just about getting all of the unassigned stuff off of my unassigned and onto my trade pile, which you can see now we've got like 515k from selling all the Iniestas and the Pjanic and the Muller and Thiago and more Allisons and the Ibra I told you about and the Dzeko and the informed Sarabia and all of that stuff. Verratti and Pereiro still to go, but basically what we're going to do is, just to cut a long story short, we're going to jump to live, where you can see I'm looking at the Aubameyang SBC, and because we managed to move all of the stuff off of my unassigned and onto my transfer list, I can just flick through it now and show you guys really, really quickly, because this is getting incredibly boring and we just want to open some packs. So first of all, you can see I've sold my informed Lucas, because obviously we're going to be building a new team and we don't need him. We got Casillas, who we made about a 2,000 coin loss on. Hilton, we were breaking even on tax. This guy, I think we were maybe breaking even or maybe losing the tax. Like I said, Hilton, we had a few of him. We were picking him up like 12k, 12.5, selling on for like 14.5, but you obviously knock off like, I suppose you're going to knock 700 coins off. So there's swings and roundabouts. This guy, I was selling for like 500 coins less than I got him for. Salah was selling for like 1,200 more than I got him for. So it all just sort of balanced out, to be honest with you guys. We sold the Toni Kroos that we packed in our rewards for 54k. We were selling the Iniestas for exactly what we bought them for, but obviously losing the 5% to tax. And then same goes for all the informs were sold for either make a little bit, lose a little bit, or break even after tax. And it, oh my god, I've just accidentally cleared my trade pile. Oh, I actually give up. Oh, why did I just do that? Oh, I'm actually so triggered now. Okay, let me try and remember what other stuff we sold. I feel, we haven't even got a clip because I've just started recording my Elgato and it's deleted the stuff that was like buffered from before, for Christ's sake. Okay, we've got 900k. The stuff we haven't sold is probably the easiest way to put it. You've seen me selling My 84s, like William Carvalho, all the 84s not from the Prem I made profit on. So William Carvalho, I was buying for like 1900 and sell for 2.5k. The Payets, in fact, I've got some of them written down here on my whiteboard, like a massive nerd. Ruffier was going for 1.9, I was getting him for about 1.5. Sule, you see me picking up for 3 and I was selling him for 3.6. Jorginho, I was taking a loss on or breaking even on at 3.2. Payet, I was making about 1,000 coins per card at 3k. And then we've got all of the 86's prices written down here. Selling Pjanic for 19, 18 and a half for Verratti and Muller. Made some coins on Dzeko and Falcao and Pereira and Thiago and stuff. Basically, made coins on all of the ones that weren't Prem and lost coins on all the ones that were Prem and basically broke even because we got essentially 900k. Plus we sold our Lucas and our Cruz. So when we had that, plus as well we sold some of them Salahs. Remember we had them 3 Salahs sitting there as well, we sold them. So basically what would have happened is with the 1.03 million, there were 1,030,000 coins, plus my Lucas, plus my Salahs, and not Mo Salah, the informed Salah obviously, and plus my Cruz, I would have had about 1.15 million coins is what I had in my club. So now we've got 900k plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 here. We've got a few Kagawas that I didn't sell because he's still discard value, which is very frustrating. And then in my club, we've also got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I already had him 6, 7. So we had 16 plus 7, so we had 23. And it's reasonable, I think, to say that these guys are worth about, on average, 11,000 coins. Like Duffy's worth a bit more. We obviously bought him for 15 and we're going to lose some coins selling him for about 13. Same goes for Foster. This Golovin guy, about 12k you can get for him. Same goes for Dembele. The prices just haven't changed, to be honest with you. Kind of tempted to hold on to them, I'm not going to lie, until they are eventually needed, but that could be quite a while, so we shall see about that. But basically, 23 times, let's say on average these guys are worth about 11k you get back after tax. That gives me 253,000 coins. If we add that on to the 900 that we've already got, 1,000, or rather 1,153,000. So essentially, for all that effort, we got absolutely bloody nowhere. Yeah, I mean, we learned some stuff. We learned never to assume EA will use logic and what would make sense in the game. Like, to be fair, Footwiz Dan made a very good point. As we go into these SBCs, and I'll show you guys what we're going to be doing for at the end of this video, just to have a little bit of fun. We've got this Eye for Gold one, which gives a gold players pack, where you have to trade in 3 leagues minimum. How have we not got 3 leagues? French, oh, because you only get the French league and the Spanish league. Okay. How many? You only need 70 camps, so you just need to put a random right back from any league. So let's use an untradeable one. Okay, let's use a random player from any league. Let's use an untradeable one to do that. Yeah, Footwiz Dan said that it was actually a really good idea for them to use the Aubameyang because it basically allowed the market to adjust itself. Is there enough chemistry? Yes, it is. There we go. Okay, so trade that in for a 25k back, I think that is. Basically what he's getting at is that because the whole SBC only really requires 1 player, that 1 player becomes what the SBC is actually worth. And if, for example, people are listing Aubameyang up for $500,000 and people don't think the SBC is worth $500,000, he's not going to sell and he'll drop in price until he is, and then he'll settle at the price that the SBC is actually worth doing to people. That makes a lot of sense, to be fair, and it's actually a very clever idea. I just don't like the fact that it only uses 1 player. Like, they could have done that by requiring 2 squads where every single player was an inform, no chemistry, and you literally just have to put 22 informs into both of their squads. And that would have, again, allowed the game itself, or allowed the market itself to dictate how much they cost. But using discard value informs instead, that literally have no point in this game. Like, if, for example, people decided that 400k, as that's what Aubameyang has settled at about, 400k is what they're worth, discard value informs would go from 10k to 20k. And obviously that'd be bloody great for me because I crap loads of them and I want to make loads of coins. But even aside from that, I just think it's better because nobody's using them cards anyway. You now can't go and buy a normal Aubameyang just to use for the 2 weeks that this SBC is out because he's extortionately priced. But them informs are just sitting there and doing nothing. Like, they don't do anything. Nobody buys them really. Nobody wants them. Nobody uses them. They're just full of the transfer market. Crap loads of pages of these 10k informs that nobody cares about. They could have done the exact same thing using that. That's my personal opinion. Even 83s, just crap load. Look at Kagawa. Why is Kagawa discard value? It's stupid. There's so many of the stuff like that where they could have just used useless stuff in this game, stuff that is pointless in this game that nobody cares about, and done the exact same thing, but they didn't, and I can't even remember why I got even onto this topic again. But this other SBC, you have to trade in some blues and stuff for this other Champions League one, and you get another cool pack, so I'm going to open that. But yeah, like I said, let me know, do you think I should hang on to these guys, the informs, the one to watches, and see whether potentially, like, I can't lose coins on them, so it's fine. If I need the coins, I suppose I can sell them, but they could also just sit there and wait, and then if they do eventually need to use them for something, I've raked in the coins. But it's an interesting one. What we learned is selling the hype. If I'd just sold all my stuff this morning, we would have made a crap load of coins. That's what we're going to do next time. Anyway, what's this? A 25k pack. We know that half a dozen players, 6 players, all rare, 5 gold. Ooh, okay, so we've got a gold players pack and a small rare gold players pack. So this one, no, this isn't a 25k pack. This is a crap pack. This is one of them stupid 12.5k packs or something like that, isn't it? So we're going to get 1 rare player. Doubtful it's going to be a board. It's not, of course. It is a Batshuayi. Okay. Not awful. Not great. There is some random non-rares that are just worth coins for some reason on this game, but we need to go through and sort all of them out. I think I only got as far as sorting out my rare stuff. But let's open another pack. Let's see if we can get something decent in there. Let's see if we can pack something huge and buy... No, we can't. Buy Neymar and Kante. We can get a board, though. Okay, that's not too shabby. Oh my god, it's literally... He's worthless. It's as if it's just mugging me off. He's literally worthless. He's discard value. Like, he actually genuinely is discard value. Oh my god, everything in me is a duplicate. Like I said, Kago is discard value. It's silly. It's a bit silly. Never mind. We've got 900k. We can buy some new stuff. And someone that I do actually kind of want to buy is, not Lucas there, because we've just sold him, that was me checking his price, is Alex Telles has now got one of them, oh god, we don't want that, one of them really cool new Champions League cards, where he's about 120k, I believe. They haven't actually said when they go out of packs. He's actually gone up more than 120k. Oh my god, that was more than 130k. I should have just bought one before. He was about 105, and I was like, maybe we'll just wait for him to come down in price. And now he costs an absolute crap load. Now he's I thought that was on. Now he's 140-ish. I suppose you can get him on bid for about 120, I think. But anyway, kind of tempted to get him instead of Alexandro because A, he looks absolutely sick. He's been upgraded to an 86 now, which is ridiculous. And also, Porto are going to go through probably. Like, I think they're 6 points ahead of third place. So they're basically guaranteed to go through, and then that'll put him up to an 87, which will make him better than Alexandro. And he's not anymore. He was cheaper, and hopefully when FUT Champs rewards come out and stuff like that, it'll go down in price, and he will be cheaper than him again. We can sell our Alexandro for about 120k and buy a cool Champions League Alex Telles. Let me know what you think. That has been a massive catch-up video of me talking a lot of stuff about investments that basically got us absolutely bloody nowhere. It's now Friday night. I need to go and buy my Mbappe, and I think you guys voted for Neymar, but I can't afford him. I can't afford to buy Neymar and Mbappe, as you can see. So we're just going to have to... We might even be able to afford the Kante, to be honest with you. I'll have to see how much they cost, because I need to buy Fabinho as well to go see the... Yeah, we've had a bit of a mare. I'll see you guys tomorrow with my new team and some FUT Champs.